Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the second reading vlog for both Becca's Bookoplathon and the magical Readathon. If you missed it, I can link up my first vlog in the cards. Before getting started on this reading vlog, I just want to say hi, my name is Emily. If you're new here, this is actually my second channel where I just talk about and make content for anything else I'm interested in outside of the beauty space, which is what my first channel is focused on. So here you'll find bookish content, obviously the occasional motherhood related video, as well as content related to my vegetable garden. It's actually Saturday, September 11th today, the 20th anniversary for 9/11, which is bananas. I'm actually Canadian, but I was living in Massachusetts at that time, and I remember how scary that was. Before I bring down the tone of this whole vlog, my heart is now pounding. I've only read one of the 8 books I need to read this month, and like I said, we're 11 days in, so I definitely need to be picking up the pace. I'm still reading Truly Devious. I'm about 65% of the way through the audiobook. See if that helps the noise any. Which I'm reading for a book with a school setting for the magical Readathon, and a book with mental health representation for Becca's Bookoplathon. It is a YA mystery, the first in a series, and it's a reread for me. I'm really enjoying it. I did talk about that more in my first reading vlog. I picked up Home Before Dark by Riley Sager last night. This is for a book with a time of day or light dark in the title for Becca's Bookoplathon. I did switch this out, and then a book with a haunted house for the magical Readathon. I keep getting these so confused. So with this, it says, bells that ring themselves, record players that turn on and play music to empty rooms, ghosts that climb out of wardrobes. Maggie Holt doesn't believe in these things, even though they are the details of the story that made her family famous. And you're alternating between chapters of House of Horrors, the book her dad wrote, and then what is happening with Maggie. I only made it 37 pages last night. I only read for a short time, but enjoying it so far. Kind of scared. I'm kind of a big chicken. I have anxiety and nightmares. And yet I enjoy things like this. So I'll let you know how that goes as the week goes on. Last time it was a little over a week. That's probably going to happen again now. 2 things. I received something from my Amazon wish list in my mailbox last night. There is no note. And it wasn't a book, but I thought I would share it anyways. So if you sent this to me, then please let me know in the comments down below. I have my Amazon wish list linked on this channel in these videos. And yeah, no note, doesn't say who it's from at all, but they sent me these hair clips. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. And then I meant to take some footage of this weekend is called the 50-mile yard sale where I live, and it's a big event that happens the weekend after Labor Day every single year. I recently moved back into the area that I grew up in, kind of, and I was really excited to go shopping at the yard sale for the first time in many, many years. And I wanted to get some clips, but it was just me and the 2 little ones, and nobody knows how to drive at the yard sale. No one's paying attention to the road. People are speeding, honking, doors are flying open. Everyone's looking at yard sales and not at the road. It's just a lot. And then obviously I don't want to film strangers, but I did pick up some books I wanted to share with you. None of them really for me. There was some books that I was considering getting. There was one yard sale in particular that all the books were like a flashback to my teenage years. She had the House of Night, like vampire series by PC and Kristen Cast. They had Thirst. They had a bunch of Cassandra Clare books. The A-List, like all kinds of books like that. And I almost bought the Host of Night series in particular. I was obsessed with that in junior high and high school. Well, more high school because the books were kind of coming out at that time. And I would love to reread them, but I think I'll just get them from the library because I don't need to own them and have them on my shelves because I don't even think I would actually truly enjoy them beyond the nostalgia factor. But I did find a lot of books for the kids. So Wyatt picked up dominoes, which is what you've been hearing in the background, as well as they each got a toy that they wanted. And then Wyatt found someone was selling like a bunch of movie novelizations, and they really loved the Croods. Wyatt's only 4. He's not going to read. It's like a chapter book, but someday he'll read them. And Max really likes this as well, so maybe he will read it. I don't know. I saw Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy 3. Max has a couple of these books. This is number 40. I don't know if he has this one. I'll have to go check on his bookshelves, and if he does, I'll just donate this to the library or something because it was like 50 cents. And then I loved these when I was really young. These are kind of too young for Max now. Max is 10, but Wyatt will be learning to read soon. So in the coming years, they will read this, Wyatt or Emmett. These are the Geronimo Stilton books. We have Dinosaur Disaster. This is number 1 of the Journey Through Time, and then the Golden Statue Plot, which is number 55. These are just really fun, like books for when you are learning to read. And lastly, at 2 different yard sales, I found the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I found books 1 and 2 at one yard sale, and then book 5 at another yard sale. Are these of the same series? Percy Jackson and the Olympians, book 5. So yes, so I do need 3 and 4, but when you can find them for $1 at yard sales, just pick them up. This is something that I hope Max will like to read, and also I would like to read them as well. I have never read any of the Percy Jackson stories before. I know this is a middle grade series, and I just thought it was fun. So very happy with my book haul for this morning. I was getting really overwhelmed with having the small children and like all the crazy drivers around and finding parking and getting kids in and out of the car and not have the door ripped off my vehicle. Like, it was a disaster, so I'm happy I wasn't trying to film. This is the book I'm reading physically, and I hope to read a couple of books this week to get back on track, since I do need to read 8 this month, and I've only read 1 so far. You know, it's the worst when you are applying mascara and then have to sneeze. I almost wish I got that on camera. Great. Max is pretty happy he got a new bike at the yard sale. Wyatt is just running around with his helmet on. Hi, buddy. You're some fast.
Does it real fast?
Yeah. Ready, set, go. Holy. Are you all wet? Mm. Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early on Wednesday. Thank you, Emmett. We just got the 2 older boys on the bus. They get on the bus at 7:30 in the morning. Seems super early. I wanted to give a quick reading update because I've been terrible at doing this reading vlog. I definitely need to get better. I did on Monday finish Truly Devious on audiobook, and I gave it 4 stars. It was just as enjoyable upon reread as it was the first time. Even being a mystery, when I knew what was going to happen, I forgot some like key things, and I was shocked all over again by like the little reveal at the very end. And I'm excited to continue. I will try and get the second in the series on audiobook. Don't mind my wet hair. I'm letting it air dry. I just got All Boys Aren't Blue on audio and hope to start that soon, but my library's online thing is having some issues, and every time I click check out, I get an error screen and it says, "We're working really hard to fix this." So hopefully my hold on that doesn't like move on to the next person, because I can't actually download it onto my phone. That would be really annoying and frustrating. I have made some progress with Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Hi. You still in your pajamas? Yeah, see, it's way too early to get dressed. Hello. That's a nice boy. I am currently 79 pages into it and I'm really enjoying it. I've had my first jump scare, and I am a big chicken, yet I like reading thriller books, just not a ton of them like all in a row. Ow. But it definitely fits the haunted house prompt for the magical readathon. Ooh, spooky. And I'm excited to see where things go. I think it's definitely going to get a lot spookier than it is already. We've had a very busy and eventful, and not in the best way, couple of days. That's why I didn't film Monday or Tuesday like I had planned. On Monday, the TV and my computer broke, and the place where I order our online groceries was missing like half the things, or did substitutes for things that weren't really good substitutes. So that stressed me out because I like things to be like just in order. And then yesterday I had to go drive to Walmart for diapers and then to pick up like everything that the other grocery store didn't have or messed up. And like, I have a lot of driving anxiety already, and I had the worst time. I hit so many construction zones, all the red lights there and back. An 18-wheeler truck tire blew up beside me and hit my car on the highway doing 110. And on the way home, after doing all of my errands, I was turning right. I had a green light. I was turning right. And the man sitting at the red light on the side of the street that I was turning into opened his door. Like, the driver of the car opened his door, and I slammed on the brakes, and he was like all mad, like rah, at me. And I was just like, why are you opening your door sitting at a red light when there's like traffic coming? Anyways. So I was all rattled. I did include the clip of me painting the entryway little closet situation we're doing. That project is taking way longer than it should have. I just want some of these home renovations done. On the weekend, I also finally ordered the countertops, so my kitchen will be getting done next month. Thank goodness. That's all for now. Today, I am going to get my second vaccine, and we have to do a post office drop-off for some Poshmark orders. But other than that, I hope to like lay low, edit the first reading vlog and get that up, and do a lot I was pointing to the book before there was a baby noggin in the way, do a lot of reading as well. At least that's the plan. And hopefully get some work done. And maybe my computer will behave itself. Hey guys, a quick update. I did make it to the post office to drop off my Poshmark orders and officially fully vaccinated, which feels really great. I took the time to do my makeup today, and if you do follow my second channel, or like my main channel, I guess, I hit pan in an eyeshadow today. Actually, it's kind of like a double pan, which is really exciting for me. If you like panning and makeup, be sure to check me out on my main channel, as that is what I focus on over there. Oh, and also scraped out the last of this foundation, which also feels like a really great accomplishment. So, good makeup day, good day so far. We just had lunch. I put Emmett down for a nap. The older boys aren't home from school yet, so I've been vaccinated for about 3 or 4 hours now, and I still feel perfectly fine. My arm does just feel like a little bruise from the needle, I guess, but I don't feel sick at all. That's what I was really nervous about, especially it being a Wednesday. Being a mom, like, how can you schedule in a time to be so sick you want to stay in bed? So, and getting appointments has been a nightmare around here. I could only get appointments before now for my second dose, which I've been eligible for a long time, at like 2 o'clock, or conveniently on days I was already busy, and the bus stops here at the house at 2:30. So by the time I drove somewhere, I had to wait the 15-20 minutes for observation and then drive all the way home. I wouldn't make it. So it's been a frustrating process, and I was trying to get vaccinated on a Friday so that I would have the weekend and Jeremy would be home if I wasn't feeling well, but that just wasn't working out. And Nova Scotia needs the fully vaccinated numbers to rise to go into phase 5 with no masks. So I'm doing my part, and I got my vaccine on a Wednesday, hoping I won't be too sick later tonight or tomorrow, because being sick as a mom is the worst when you still got everything to do, especially being home with Emmett. Still needs like a lot of care. Obviously, he's 1.5 years, and if mom is sick and laying on the couch, it's just not going to be a good time. I did back to reading. This is a reading blog. I've been very chatty this week. I successfully downloaded All Boys Aren't Blue by George Johnson. It is a memoir on being Black and queer in America during like pretty current times. I don't remember what year exactly his book was published, but I have already read a chunk of it, and I am really enjoying it. Feels weird to say that because, wow, I almost cried at a part he told about what happened to him when he was 5. And listening to memoirs or biographies or just nonfictions dealing with racism specifically, I have found for myself, it's hard for me to say that I'm enjoying them, because a lot of times they make me so sad. Like, why am I getting... Obviously, I am a white woman also living in Canada, not even in America, where a lot of these books I'm reading are set, like where these events take place, but obviously there's still racism in Canada. I just can't imagine it. I can't imagine having to live that. I can't imagine people doing these things, especially like to a 5-year-old little boy. I just think of my own 3 boys, and yeah, okay. Before I completely cry off all my makeup, my eyes are like filling with tears. I really enjoy that George Johnson himself is narrating the audiobook. I like hearing his voice. You guys, especially anything that happens to children, I can't handle it. And one of the books on this month's TBR, The Perfect Mother, if you remember me talking about that in my September TBR video, I am going to be a wreck. Anyways, maybe it's only a 5.5 hour audiobook, I think, and I'm reading it on 1.5 times speed. So I might even be able to finish it today. I don't know. Now that Emmett's gone down for a nap, I need to go try and get some work done and hope that my computer will allow it. I ran updates overnight because my computer started not working after the update before that, the Windows update. I do have a PC. Why am I saying so much? So I'm hoping those updates fixed the problem because I am behind on a work assignment, I guess, and need to get that done and get myself together and stop crying. I almost said crying over a character, but it's a memoir. Like, that actually happened to a real boy. Okay, see you guys in a little bit. I forgot to show you guys, I got another book out yard sailing on the weekend. I got 2x2 by Nicholas Sparks for $1 for this giant hardcover. Nicholas Sparks books I always really enjoy. I mean, they're not a favorite, but I do have a few others that I'm hoping to reread. The other ones I have unhauled. Once I read them like 2 or 3 times, I just unhauled them. I won't read them again, but I wanted to show you guys that. And then it's too hard for me to vlog in my very small library at our like new place, especially when I have the kids, but I wanted to show you the books that I have out from the library. These are not ones included on my September TBR, so I don't know when I'm going to get to them, but hopefully before they need to be returned. I have a nonfiction, How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen. We have had some hitting and biting issues, mister. And I got Plain Bad Heroines by Emily Danforth. This was a book club pick for one of Steph's Bookish World's book clubs. I forget which one, but obviously I didn't get to it in time for the live show, but I would still like to read it and then watch the replay of the live show. Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This was going to be on my September TBR, but I swapped it for Home Before Dark. I got Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I need to finish the Lunar Chronicles, so I got Cress. This is a sequel I really need to get to. It's the 3rd in the series. And lastly, I got Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have been on the waiting list for this book for months and months, and it finally came in right when I'm getting into the mood for more like spooky thriller kind of fall reading, is when I got these 2 books, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm still excited to read both of those. I guess you guys never really see this bookshelf. This is the second one. You guys usually see that one over there, but here I have cookbooks, nonfiction, and classics at the top, then YA fantasy, then sci-fi / like fantasy sci-fi, and then my library books, and then my contemporaries are here. And I don't have anything on the bottom 2 shelves, well, like kids stuff, because this other white shelf goes up right against it. I do have some like vintage book sets from my mom back there, so the kids don't get them, but otherwise, like, these are the kids' activity books and some of their building blocks down on the bottom there. But Yes, this is my second bookshelf.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Blue, and you are shades of gray, living day to day. Even when we're free, it's true. The difference is the same. The colors always change, but the song is the same now. In June, lifting us higher. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. I'm ready to close out my second reading vlog for Becca's Bookoplathon and the Magical Readathon. I'm losing my voice because I have been talking a lot over the last hour with nothing to drink. So I, once again, didn't get as much reading done as I planned. I've still only finished 2 of 8 or 9 books I need to read this month, and it is the 19th. I thought it was the 17th. Oh no. All right. I am 80% through Not All or All Boys Aren't Blue by George Johnson, and I'm really enjoying the memoir. I am listening to it faster than 1 times speed, of course, and I'm wondering if that is affecting George Johnson. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. Narrates his own memoir, which is amazing, and I love that. But not everyone is a great audiobook narrator, and sometimes I really feel like, and then he said blah blah blah, and we did this, like how some people just read out loud. Like not everyone is this storyteller in that way, like a verbal, do you know what I mean? Like I don't want that to sound mean. Just sometimes it feels a little robotic and like he's reading a script, even though he's reading his own words, because maybe he's just not feeling super comfortable in narrating the audiobook or like going through the motions. Parts of his story are so heartbreaking. I don't want to give spoilers. There was a part kind of towards like 3/4 of the way through that I didn't really like. Trigger warnings for sexual assault. I encourage you to listen to this memoir. It's only a 5-hour long audiobook, so I really have no excuse for not having finished it. I just really have not had the time, and I hope to finish it tomorrow. So this week I've only finished the audiobook for Truly Devious, and I have made progress with Home Before Dark. Sorry, I just like abruptly stopped talking about All Boys Aren't Blue, but I'll think more through my thoughts when I actually finish the book to share with you. For Home Before Dark, I'm on page 262 of 300 something, almost 400 pages. So I just have this much left. I am loving this. I pick this up every chance I get. I've just been so busy between working and making videos and being home with the kids and renovations. Now I have getting the hiccups. Oh my goodness, it's just been a lot. This book is creepy. However, there is a part, like a specific thing in this book that comes up quite often that I am hating. And I don't know if this is a spoiler. So if you are scared that it might be, I will put a timestamp here where you can skip to. I will give you a moment. If you are interested in reading Home Before Dark without any spoilers, this is going to be in regards to something that is potentially triggering. But as I'm like newer to booktube, sometimes it's hard to know if things are going to spoil somebody and things that won't. So if you're scared of being spoiled, please jump to this time. Maybe if someone is listening to this far through my reading vlog, write in the comments below if you think it's a spoiler or not. So if someone is concerned, maybe they can check the comments and see if someone said, no, that wasn't a spoiler. It's okay. You guys can watch through. That would be very helpful. Okay, skip now. All right, everyone who's still here, trigger warnings for pedophilia. One of our main characters is being accused of having a relationship with a 16-year-old girl, and that is what they keep a grown man. A grown adult married man with a child of his own is being accused of having a relationship with a 16-year-old girl, and that's what they keep referring to it as. No one mentions how it's disgusting and pedophilia because she's 16. It's, how could you do that to my mother? How could you have a relationship with a 16-year-old? That is how everyone brings it up. That's how, like, reporters, family, people in the town, both sides of the family, the girl's family and the man's family, and it's ongoing. I'm not finished, and I will like revisit this, but that is really, really, really bothering me a lot. That, did my father have feelings for a 16-year-old? Were they in a relationship? Would he really cheat on my mother? Like, okay, now that I've gotten that off my chest, I would love to know if anyone feels the same way as I do. But other than that, like the actual plot, the actual storyline, the actual creepiness, I am loving. It definitely fits the haunted house prompt for the magical readathon. And it was dark for Becca's Bookoplathon. Oh, I'm in my beauty space, so please excuse the mountain of makeup over there. I can't wait to finish this and see what's happening. Things are really kicking off right where I'm at, but I needed to run down to film a different video, and then I decided since I'm here and it's Sunday night, I could close up this one as well. And hopefully next week I will finish a ton of books because I am really running out of time. Technically, with the 2 books I have completed, I have been successful in the magical readathon, but I do have 6 books for Becca's Bookoplathon, 4 to go. Both Boys Aren't Blue and Home Before Dark are on that, so then I'll have 2 more in order to finish that readathon, and I think that will be my priority because technically then I can say that I finished both readathons. I would love to have completed the entire map for Magical Readathon, but it's really not looking like it's going to happen. And I have been watching less YouTube. I've been doing less gardening for the sake of reading more this month. I have been, but I just don't have the time that others do. I've seen some booktubers, mostly younger booktubers with no kids, see that as kind of an excuse. Like, everyone has time. Listen to audiobooks. When you have 3 kids, Mom, can I have a snack? Mom, this happened at school. Mom, can you help me with this? Blah, 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 blah. Mom, look at my Lego. Mom, look at this cool jump. Wow, I can kick so high. Like, I can't concentrate on an audiobook. It could keep playing. I could finish the book, but I wouldn't have retained a lot of it or fully understood what's going on. And that does a disservice to me and my reading, and that does a disservice to the author and the narrator and you guys, because I won't give a good review. So anyways, it's not an excuse. I just literally don't have as much time as others do to have to read, blah, 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 blah. And that's okay. But I still like sharing booktube content with you anyways, and I'm trying my best. And I am most of the way through 2 more books, which I typically read 4 books a month, and it's only the 19th, which I didn't know it was that far in the month. So regardless, I'm reading more this month than I do typically, and that is the ultimate goal in participating in readathons, and I'm really excited about that. So 1 more book down for my September TBR, 6 more to go. I will vlog. I will continue to do these reading vlogs. I've been having fun putting them together. They're not the most watched on my channel, but that's okay. Let me know how your reading is going for the month of September. I'd love to chat with you in the comments. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.